ladies and gentlemen, I represent Erisha e-mobility, and when we say Erisha e-mobility, it's a part of Rana Group, a conglomerate which is having 11 different organizations. A dream child, a vision of our chairman, Dr. D.S. Rana, and we are fortunate that he is sitting here. When most of the people were thinking about one company, when I say one company, maybe in e-mobility, we have 700 companies who are making two-wheelers. We are having more than 100 companies who are making e-three-wheelers in L5 category. So he was the visionary who said, okay, we'll start with three-wheeler, go to two-wheeler, but what next? So then our thought came that when this kind of technology is going to come, this kind of humongous vehicle population is come, then what are we going to do? We need to provide them the charging infrastructure also. So that was the third step we took when we brought in the charging infrastructure. So charging infrastructure is there. Then what next? Four-wheeler. It's anybody's guess. In four-wheeler, we only see one or two major companies which are doing the business. What next? E-buses. In the morning session, when most of our distinguished speakers spoke about e-buses, the government's drive to bring in 100,000 e-buses in the next 5 years. So how we are going to come up with? How we are going to bring in the technologies? So I'm very proud to announce that Erisha has done some tie-up with international organizations where we are bringing in new technology to India, which was, as it is, not available. But of course, the product will be completely made in India. The product will be completely localized in India, homologated in India, and all these required approvals. In the morning, our distinguished guests also spoke about geospatial. So they were talking about how to do the remote sensing of data. Ladies and gentlemen, pleased and proud to say here on this stage that we are into space technology also. We are having our own office in Bangalore, which is in southern part of the country. Of course, all of you know. There, we are developing our own space program. Our team consists of very renewable, big scientists who are working towards it. And if everything goes well, within 18 months, we'll be in a position to launch our own satellite. So all those data which we are talking about, we'll be able to show and tie up with the defense. Talking about defense, Mr. Amitabh Kant and General Bhandare spoke about how we are going to service those people who are at Siachen Glacier. I'm aware what happens in Siachen Glacier because my real brother-in-law was posted there as a doctor. So now we have made the arrangements. We are working on the drone technologies. Very soon we'll be making the big announcements where our drones will be capable of carrying weight up to 70 to 80 kgs, can fly up to 21,000 feet above in the sky, and they can do all the, whether it's a lab test of your blood, whether it's carrying the, the food items or the weaponry or the other defense requirements, our drones will be doing there. So that's another good thing we are doing. We are also working in edu support. When I say edu support, that clearly means we are talking about the future. When we say future, people have to be trained, whether it's IITs of the world, whether it's MIT in US, whether it's MBAs, whether it's MTech, whether it's NEET, making doctors. So all kind of renewable and sustainable technologies, we are working on that. Then coming to now hydrogen. Since morning, when Mr. Amitabh Kant and other distinguished guests were speaking about hydrogen, again, pleased to share, Erisha has done a tie-up with a German company, and we have already made that joint venture, and we are working on making a complete ecosystem of hydrogen. When I say complete ecosystem of hydrogen, what does that mean? In a layman term, see, I'll not be very technical in my presentation. The reason being, I have noticed that in many of the conferences, because of my 3 decades of experience, that people tend to ignore or sleep during a highly technical conference when it is not meant for the particular audience. So we see that generation of hydrogen power. How does you get that electricity? You can either get through sun, solar, you can get it through hydro, which is water, or through wind energy. So there are 3 different parameters. Of course, electricity comes from coal and other resources also. So we are working on this thing, creation of electricity, storing it, from storage to, in the battery energy storage systems, from storage to transportation, which is the logistics. And it has to be done in a liquid form, ammonia. And then to the dispensing stations. In the future, you will see most of the, like we see the petrol outlets, which is the fossil fuels, you will see most of the outlets are having the green hydrogen dispensing system. Now, as Mr. Abhijit Sinha also spoke about, that both technologies are going to coexist. whether it's EV technology and hydrogen technology. Let's go a little back in the past when EV came. We were highly dependent on fossil fuels. Then CNG came. Then hybrid technology came. Then EV came. And now 5 years down the line, you will see the hydrogen has taken over all these technologies. So today is the right time to invest in hydrogen complete ecosystem because as Mr. Avidkant said, the cost of production today is $4.5. We have to bring it down to $1 as compared to $7.5, which is the cost in US and other countries which want to be sustainable champions. Many big companies in India have taken these initiatives to develop the green hydrogen ecosystem, and we are among them. And aim of Dr. Rana, our chairman, is to ensure that we become a globally recognized company which is working purely in sustainable future renewable energy. So this is what we are. And if you can see this slide, these are so many things we work on. I mean, I did not touch about the agricultural part, but just to share with you, all of you ladies and gentlemen, we are big time into agriculture also. When I say agriculture, we manufacture tractors of 25 HP and 50 HP and 80 HP. So that is, today as we speak, it is in towards the ICE engine. Our electric model is also ready and we'll be launching it very soon. And you can see the entire gamut of products that we do. It's not only vehicles, but it's defense also, space also, education also, green hydrogen also, buses also, two-wheelers also, and three-wheelers also, which are into different league altogether, along with the charging stations. A very good thing what I would like to touch upon, whenever we say that I want to bring in this technology, I want to work on this particular field, I want to work on sustainable energy, but what is the most important part of any organization? I mean, I would again say that our management thought that the most important part of any organization is to build a strong team. If you have team in place, that clearly means your future, your vision, what you want to do is to a great extent secured because team brings in knowledge, experience, and of course, all the technical capabilities. You can see that under the leadership of Dr. Rana, we have 6 individuals who are working in different domains and they are heading the different verticals of the organizations. And all of them are having almost 2.5 to 3 decades kind of an experience in their particular field. As I stand, I have got purely experience in automotive related lines only. And I have got another colleague of mine, Mr. Rajiv Gupta, who's sitting here. He also comes from a very diverse background. So 2 of us are present along with Dr. Rana. You can see that the kind of importance we want to be part of this climate financing and $3 trillion technology that we want to bring in. Our portfolio, we are into, I already mentioned, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, local power grid, charging stations, four-wheeler, electric buses. That's 9 meter and 12 meters. They have gone for approval. So any day you will see that our buses are plying on the road. EV park. This is something new which I'll touch upon in the subsequent slides. Solar park, green hydrogen, edu support, desalination, aerospace. So we are cooperating with the government. Already we are cooperating with the government for the defense requirement. Erisha space, when I talk about data collection and advancement, agri-tech, tractor and farm equipments. Here also we have done a tie-up with international companies wherein we bring in a lot of good technologies. The technologies, when I talk about those technologies which were not available in India. So it's not that duplication of any technology that we have done. Carbon capturing, zinc air battery. We have heard about lead acetate. We have heard about lithium ion. We have heard about NMC. Now it's a zinc air battery. That's the latest technology which we are working on. It's half the size and at least 10 times the number of cycles you get in that. And we are going to, sort of patent in India. We have already filed for the IP. And of course, electrolyzers, the thing what we are sitting here. Major projects that I would like to emphasize we are working on. This is our EV park. It's not a recreational park. When I say EV park, that means it will be a sort of 300 acres plus kind of a land that we'll be working on. And on this land, there will be a place for manufacturing, huge space for R&D, a place for manufacturing components which are used in various vehicles, various components. Not only we'll be manufacturing, but we'll be inviting other companies to come and manufacture here so that we develop a complete system, robust system, which itself, it's creating 5,000 plus job opportunities in each and every sector that we work on. So we'll be having a housing also, medical facilities also, and the food court and the shopping area also, so that this particular area is self-sustainable. We have already done major sign-ups with the 3 governments, and 5 governments are in the pipeline. So I'll be talking about in subsequent slides. And the investments that we are talking about is $1,000 million plus in these kind of, so it's sort of $1 billion, which we'll be planning to invest in these EV parks across India. This is going to be our charging hub. When I say charging hub, it consists of 20 to 30 charging stations. There will be different place for buses, different place for 4-wheelers, and a different place for 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers. And of course, when you come on a, say, almost 2 crores of bus, or 50 to 60 lakhs worth of car, or 1.5 lakh plus of 2-wheeler, when your vehicle is being charged, even on the fast charging, it takes some time. So you need a place to sit, talk, relax. So it will be sort of a kids' play area and a food court also, so that we support the people, the customers, to encourage them to come. And our whole idea here is, if the land is big, because our target is anything between 2 acres to 5 acres of land per charging hub. So then we'll create a power backup also along with that, so that whether it's the power being created by ourselves or we take it from the local grid, we'll utilize that power here. So it should not be a burden on the grid. This is what the mission started by the NHEV or EODB. You can see that, and this is a Gurgaon charging hub. And here we can see the Honorable Minister and Mr. Abhijit Sinha and his team that they started when they rolled out this thing. Solar park, as I spoke about, we have now already in plan of a proposed investment of $300 million, wherein we'll be making 3 major solar power hubs in Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and Gujarat. And now we have been being pushed by Uttarakhand government also, because we need to work there also to produce our solar plants. Something interesting now. This is a complete ecosystem of hydrogen. When we talk about hydrogen, you can see on the left side, it's on the left side of yours only. So you see on the left side, there are 3 parameters I spoke about. One is solar, one is wind, one is hydro. The power is generated, the power is compressed, goes to the AC microgrid, then electrolyzers are formed, they are stored, then you have a hydrogen generator also, then it is transported, then from transportation it goes to the various locations, and various locations can be any. It can be to start with, in the initial 2 years, 3 years, it will be more towards industries. As our distinguished guest also spoke about, supplying power to cement plants, steel plants, power rolling, aluminum rolling plants, heavy industries. So these hydrogens will go there. It is eco-friendly, not a burden on your local power grid, and also sustainable. So the 200 billion kind of money that we are spending on importing the fossil fuels and other related things, this is a small step, a minute step, I would say that, but it's a right step in the right direction to save India and make India a global superpower. Again, you can see, I will just like to speak about the energy is created, the infrastructure. It can, one truck can carry almost 1 megawatt of storage of hydrogen electrolyzers, and then to the dispensing units. So those dispensing units will look quite similar to your existing 70,000 plus petrol pumps. This is what we have done, a tie-up with a German company called as Green Box, already done. And in the charging infrastructure that is to be deployed in the 5,500 kilometer PET project of NHEV under the guidance of NHAI. I mean, we have been fortunate. Mr. Abhijit is sitting here. His organization has done a tie-up with us, and he has given us the LOR and LOA to build up not only electrification grid that is supplying the power, but to deploy the complete charging infrastructure, right from 3.3 kilowatt to 240 kilowatt as of now. And then 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, which will be used for last mile delivery. Here also, the idea is to, when the land comes from NHAI, the idea is to provide the power, the electricity through our own resources, which comes whether from our own hydrogen remote area or in the same area where the NHAI gives us the land. So it's almost 121 charging stations that we are going to work on. This is today the pilot project that we are working on. Mr. Abhijit touched upon the MOU signing today. So this is what we have done, and happy to share that CEEW team is sitting here. Sesha is there and other colleagues are here. and they are very intelligent colleagues. I must compliment both of you, gentlemen, along with Sesha. And Himani is, of course, not here, who have collaborated and now making sure that this pilot project goes well. On the left side, you can see the Karnataka government has honored us because we are investing in Karnataka big time. We are going to build up the park. And this is the UP government. We have signed 4,400 crores worth of MOU with them, wherein we'll be making green hydrogen, we'll be making EV park, and we'll be making charging infrastructure. Uttarakhand government, 1,900 crores, we have signed the EV park. So very soon you will see the land acquisition has already started. Very soon the project will be started. The target is to start before this financial year ends. And this is the latest, and Mr. Abhijit Sinha's favorite state, Gujarat. Sir, I'm not being partial, but yes, this is where you have worked. And here we have signed 6,900 crores worth of MOU, where our major emphasis is 5,000 crores worth of hydrogen complete ecosystem, which we'll be doing. So this is something unique. I mean, even the Gujarat ministers, even the CM was present there, and on the sidelines of this event when he spoke, he just said that the kind of work Erisha under the leadership of Dr. Rana is doing is something commendable. So really proud to be part of that team, which is trying to bring in change in India. These are the certain MOUs which have been signed. Just to share with you quickly, we have signed with some international partner also for agri machinery. These are our buses. You can see that, and the hydrogen truck that we are working on. This is the bus body, how it getting made. These are the actual photographs for the benefit of everyone. There is nothing rendered here. There is nothing being depicted here. Everything, whatever I have shown, is actual, physical, practical product available plying on road. These are our 3 models of two-wheeler. These are our tractors coming out of our plant in Mehsana, Gujarat. This is our plant in Pune, MIDC. This is again in Baramati, again in Maharashtra. Glad to share our brand ambassador, ladies and gentlemen. We are the only company in EV space, I proudly say that again, that who has signed a brand ambassador, Mr. Saurav Ganguly. And he is not only a youth icon, but also a very knowledgeable person who talks sense, who has got big knowledge. And many industry colleagues are surprised that how come we have done this. So again, this is how our practical showrooms look like. There's something on our valuation. Our company has already been valued at $2 billion plus. And these are our growth plans. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.